It's just getting on for about 10 o'clock, so the stores should be opening soon, but it looks very quiet in Seminyak, and we're just going to be walking around the streets having a look around and just seeing how the lay of the land is and how many people are actually here. Well, we're not going to count them, but we're going to see what the situation is like in Seminyak. That's not a bad little coffee spot over there, and it's also a barber as well, so you can get your hair cut, have a coffee, relax. But as you can see, it's still relatively quiet in Seminyak in early morning, well, mid-morning. Presently we're in Jalan Arjuna, and we've just gone past Santorini, and actually just across the road from that is a place called Frankie's Bar and Grill, which is a nice little coffee shop. Only a small place. It does have an upstairs, I believe, and it has a large TV, flat screen TV, so it becomes a little bit of a sports bar at times. What we are finding in Seminyak is there are more leather handbag and leather shoe shops in general. They both sell them together mainly, and a lot more than what you would find, say, in Sanur, maybe even Kuta. But they're predominantly, every second shop is a handbag and shoe shop. So it is rather quiet on Arjuna. Few bikes and cars, not too many pedestrians. So not too many people out on the street buying things, apart from this bloke in front of me. There's a few around, but there's just unusually seems very quiet. And there's an abundance of ladies, we'll call them fashion shops, but they seem to be fixed price, but you can certainly negotiate a price with the owners or the staff in there and try your luck. But yeah, there's well, particularly on Jalan Arjuna, there's the shoe shops, handbag shops, and ladies fashion. There's quite a lot of that on this street. And that is the front of the haven. We are in the lane where it comes out at the back. So this comes out onto Jalan Legian, and Arjuna is back of that away. So it's about 100 metres up there. We're still on Raya Legian, and there's still not that many tourists walking the street. A lot of cars and bikes though, but pedestrian traffic not so much. And as I find out, it's actually Jalan Raya Seminyak, which you could agree they all pretty much look the same. Now there's a few more people. They must have all just turned out of a hotel or something up there. It's quite a few people, touristy type people up that way. And a few more coming up this way. So maybe everyone wakes up after 10 or something. That's looking up towards Seminyak Square and Seminyak Village. It doesn't look terribly busy from this standpoint, but it was quite busy up on that corner, and a lot of people going into Seminyak Village. And looking down this way, I think Mark said it's towards Eat Street, which is Kayu Aya. And we're going to go down that way and have a look, maybe drop into the flea market, but it's, as you can see, a little bit quiet. And this is Seminyak on Family Day.
So to save our legs, we've grabbed a bit of a ride and we're going to have a look around the back end of Seminyak, see if there's any difference there, just to see if the holiday makers have come out with their wallets, taking in the sights and smells of Seminyak. Now this will be a little run around Jalan Raya Seminyak, Jalan Nakula and back up Jalan Ukadara. But as you can see, this is a little bit out of the way of the touristy type areas, and to be expected, there's not as many people out here. In fact, there's not a great deal at all to see. There's a lot of motorbikes, scooters, and the traffic in general. It's actually pretty good, the traffic. Of course, this is only a small part of Seminyak, and the other areas might very well be a lot busier than what we can see around the streets here. This is more towards the southern end, on the border of Seminyak and Legian. Even in this part, there's absolutely no footpath, so you don't blame anyone walking not to be up this way, because you have to walk on the road and navigate past the traffic. But the vendors up here all looking very miserable, sitting outside their shops, and there's nobody going past. They need to get footpaths in or do something to the road. And next up on our little journey will be towards the Seminyak flea market, and we'll have a look there to see if there's any difference, if there's any crowds in there, if anyone's buying anything, or at least window shopping. So we'll have a look here, and you never know, we might be able to get a video out of it for some time in the future.